Well, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Rusty Rides Gravel, welcome to the meadows in the centre of Edinburgh on a chilly but crucially not too windy or wet day. It has been atrocious recently, like getting out to ride has been absolutely awful. Today though, we're doing something slightly different. We're going on the Alpkit winter Sonder gravel route out of the Edinburgh bike shop. It's like you sign up a couple of quid and it goes to their charity and you get to go out for a day around Edinburgh and the Lothians. So today's ride will start in Newington and head out on the Union Canal and then the Water of Leith out to Bonally. From Bonally we'll ride up to Torduff Reservoir, round Walk Law Hill, Clubby Dean Reservoir and then make our way along to Harlaw Reservoir in the Pentland Hills. From Harlaw we'll go past Threepmuir and then we'll go up the Exponential and hit the red road that takes us over past Hare Hill and Kitchen Moss all the way down to East Side and along to Silverburn. From Silverburn we'll cycle round Pennycook House and pick up the Pennycook to Musselburgh cycleway along the River North Esk. We'll follow that until we get close to Roslin and then we'll jump on a B road through Roslin Glen Country Park and round Roslin Chapel before jumping onto the disused railway line all the way to Dander Hall. From Dander Hall we'll go round Little France and into Craigmillar Castle before dropping back down again into Prestonfield and making our way back to Newington for some warm soup and a coffee. So I'm going to enjoy this little local ride planned by someone else. Some bits that I'm interested to see what they're like. Definitely the red road, that's going to be a bit interesting on the descent, I think, on the southern side. That was pretty torn up last time I was there. And I think the trail along the North Esk is going to be boggy as. So that should be interesting to discover. But I think modifications, I guess, let's talk about that. Modifications for the bike. Put a bell on. Crucially for going under the bridges on the towpath, you've always got to have a bell for that bit, otherwise you get crashed or shouted at. So put that on, and I've got some running lights on just because I might be on some roads. Other than that, raring to go. Let's go and have a look, see what's in store for us. So everyone's gathering up now, it seems. Fair old gang turning out. It's not too bad. Nice and warm in the shop as well. There's soup and coffee for when we get back. I think we just go when we want. People are just forming little gangs and just riding off. So I might ride off fairly early so I can be slow and catch people riding past me. But it's a cold day. There's one madman in shorts over there. I don't know what he's up to. I'm going to have a chat to him and see what he's talking about. But I think that's it. Let's get the old GPS fired up and let's get riding. Into the cold.
Job done. And they just couldn't believe that. Hey!
It's about as busy as you'd expect on a Sunday morning on the towpath. A lot of people out, taking it nice and easy. We're going to get to the really narrow bit in a minute where we cross over the Water of Leith on the aqueduct, viaduct. Which one is it when water crosses water? Anyway, that's always a bit precarious. I imagine we'll have to be getting off and walk. I think you have to get off and walk actually. I think there's a sign that says so. So we'll carefully go and navigate that bit next. Here we are, precarious cobble crossing over the Water of Leith with the Union Canal. It's always so precarious. So we're off the towpath, we're now on the Water of Leith, and we're about to head up into the hills. Quite muddy, not too bad though. A nice start to the ride. Oh, that was a cold puddle. Got the old waterproof socks on, but I've now got the cold water in the shoe outside the sock. So I'm like in a cold pool. So we've left Edinburgh now, just coming up to Bonally and the reservoirs. So a little bit of climbing to do, and I'm hoping I might get Frank up in a second. That'll look pretty good. Just coming up to Clubby Reservoir. Good place for a little coffee shop here when it's open. So it's a good bit of trail along here from Clubby going along to Harlaw. I like to go this the other way though normally because it's more downhill, but you can go just as much fun either way. I had a whole load of notes about interesting talking points that I was going to have along the way, and I've lost them, so somebody else has all my notes. I hope they appreciate them.
Morning.
Okay. So it's been good to catch up with some old faces and some new faces as I've been riding along here. Obviously everyone goes a lot faster than I do because I've got to stop and faff all the time, but it's fun to see people. It's quite nice also to be able to just do a ride locally. I realise I've made the mistake of doing all the local rides first on with the channel, so now it takes ages to get anywhere. So although I've been on most of these routes apart from the one bit down the Esk, it's nice just to go and do it at a different event. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it. It is very wet out here though, so I'm glad I'm not going further afield because I think I would have had a very difficult time. So it's good to be on some safe local routes. Thought I'd take this opportunity while we're in the shade of the wind just to give you a quick merch store update. So I've changed the merch store now. The one I was using before was like a test one to see how it worked, but I think I've moved over now to creating an Etsy store with more lifestyle things, I think. So there's not really going to be anything for riding on your bike because I can't seem to find a way to do that. But there's a particularly good gravel foil hoodie on there that I think I might buy for myself. So check the links below and go and have a look. Also, if you become a member and buy me a coffee and support the channel that way, I'll give you a massive 10% discount off all the merch in the merch store. If I go any higher than that, then I end up paying you guys for the merch because there's like very little profit to be made on it. But it's a fun little thing to do, design the stuff. So support me and buy me a coffee. Become a member if you want, get 10% discount. Go to the Etsy store, all the links in the description below. Go check it out. Okay, last little calm before the storm. We've got the little exponential and then the red road. More climbing. Hopefully the last of the big climbing of the day though. So let's tuck in, let's get going. Got the keen mountain bikers going up the muddy side and some risky gravel riders as well. Obviously like a challenge. Not for me though. Okay, red road, here we go. Way too windy for old Frank up here. Luckily I've been here before with the drone. So you want to check out some drone shots of up here in the Pentlands. Clear the old card. That should be appearing. Oh look, snow. There we are, on the rig. Windy at the top, but now we're going to drop down hopefully to the sheltered side, take on this crazy road, and drop off down into Pennycook. Nice. Oh, I needn't have worried. That was absolutely lovely to come down. Much better than I expected. Great route. So we've got a slight routing problem. At the bottom of the red road, some people are shooting straight down onto the bigger road, and the route is actually coming up this hill. Doesn't really matter, you just go down there and dive along. In fact, they might even have an easier time of it. It's quite wet and slimy here. Heroic face. Oh my gosh, it's Charlie!
Hello!
Famous Charlie! So we're off the hills now into Pennycook Estate, and it is so much more sheltered from that wind. Toes are still pretty freezy, can't seem to get them warm these days. But otherwise, other than that, lovely. Oh, a speed bump. Right, we're on the Esk Trail now. Let's see how muddy and wet this is. It's absolutely lovely along here. I've never ridden this North Esk River Trail before, and I wish I'd done it sooner. Lovely, absolutely lovely. So I've enjoyed this old railway line between Pennycook and Roslin. Nice. But now we've got the alpine switchbacks of Roslin Glen to contend with. Always a treat, always a bit dangerous. Sometimes the cars get a bit close. But let's hope that today it's all safe. So we're on the Roslin to Danderhull cycle track now. Excellent cycle track this is. Really smooth and fast. And I was just reflecting on the last video I did for No Music, No Chat, Broughton Short Loop. Excellent, excellent comments. Generated brilliant things for the algorithm. YouTube loved that. Had comments ranging from brilliant, you cracked it, no talking, no music, just the sounds, to probably need some talking. But I think most people agreed the music could probably go a bit. So I'm going to try and experiment dropping it. The problem is, you just hear me huffing and puffing. So I'm not sure how to settle that yet. But excellent feedback from everyone. Thank you everyone who commented. Algorithm loved it. So that's always good. Let's see how we go with this one. Let me know if I got a balance on this or not yet. So we're at Little France Park, just behind the hospital over there. There's Arthur's Seat over there. That's Craigmillar Castle over there. That's where we're going. Straight across here, straight over the castle, into Newington, and over to the bike shop. And crucially, next to the bike shop, the vegan donut shop. I think I might get myself one of those. That was fun, that bit. I ran out of gears. I was spinning out the old one by. I found the limit there as I was riding down that cycle track to Danderhull. But we got there, chilled out, it was nice. Right, let's get this last little bit scooshed away and let's go find a coffee, soup and maybe a donut. Excellent. Oh no. Filming you, filming me. Oh yes! There we go then, back in amongst the shiny things, having a cup of tea, warming up. Great little ride. Stats on the screen below. Nice. Good to see people out on the routes. Some old faces, some new faces. Enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Like, comment, subscribe, do the things. Go visit the new merch store, definitely. And I will see you on the next ride. Thanks everyone.